Guys, girls, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It is the Sunday special where me and Andy get together and we take a look at your work. And it's just, if you guys want to come, hang out, chill, send your emails in. We currently have 3 emails right now. But if you want to send your work in, send it to the links or the email scrolling at the bottom of the screen. That is artmesomething@gmail.com. Now, I have tons of emails, but when I do these lives, I like to do it first come, first serve. So I'm going to we're going to go through emails that were sent in during the live stream. So from the moment I put up hey, we're going to be going live at 6, any emails from there on, we'll take a look at live on the channel. So turn your notifications on, and maybe you'll get notified when we go live so you can be here and we'll take a look at your work. Now, again, guys, I always like to start these off and by caveating on the fact that I am not perfect, okay? My work is not perfect. I love tattooing. I thoroughly enjoy tattooing, and I like sharing that. Now, you guys have asked that we critique your work. It's not my favorite thing to do because that means I have to look at somebody's work and find problems when I know even in my own work, there are problems. There are things. I will point out a blowout in your work, and there will still be a blowout in my own work. There'll be a wobbly line here I'll point out, but I'll have a wobbly line too, okay? It's going to happen, but if you send it to me, I have an obligation to do so because that's what you'd ask of me. There was a time when people told me I was being too nice, that I have an obligation to people to be honest, so I'm trying to be more honest. Then, of course, when you're a little bit more honest, people say, hey, you're being too harsh. You're not even that good. Fair enough, but nonetheless, you send your work to me. I'm going to do what I can, guys. If you want to check out my work, it's right here. You can go IG or Facebook right there. And the other thing is, too, guys, we're always learning. I started tattooing in 2019, okay? That's really when I started to try to figure this stuff out. And in 2020, I started making videos sharing what little information I knew. So, again, I'm still very early on in my own journey. So keep that in mind as well. All right. As far as live tattooing goes, guys, I'm going to continue to try to do some live tattoos when I can, when the guests, when my clients allow me to, or, if they're not on a time crunch, because I have noticed doing live tattoos, I'm a little bit slower because I'm talking on the camera and whatnot. Let me know in the chat right now, the last 30 minutes, we're going to be live for 2 hours. The last 30 minutes, we could save the last 30 minutes of this live stream to answer a few questions that you guys have. So if you want to spend the last 30 minutes of this live stream answering some questions, let me know in the chat, and we'll set that time aside. If not, we'll just keep cruising on through. So again, let us know now so we kind of know what we're going to be doing. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on these other places here if you'd like, and let's get into it. So with us today, we have Andy B.
Hey, Dev.
Welcome, brother. Again, appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here. What time is it out over there?
We're looking 11:05 at night, Dev.
Awesome. 11:05. So Andy's dedication is awesome and appreciated to have him here. So again, thank you for that.
My pleasure.
All right. So with all that out of the way, all the mumbo jumbo, let's dive in here. We already currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 emails have come in before we've even gotten started. So you always know the early bird gets the worm. You jump in here. We're going to take a look at your work and move on. If you guys are visiting from the after stream, like you're watching us afterwards, let me know in the comments if you see something in the video, in the people's work that maybe we missed. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Let us know, guys. Let us know what you'd want to see as well. All right. With that out of the way, Andy, you got anything?
No, like I said, just backing your few words up. Nobody's perfect. Well, I'm definitely not perfect. Like I said, we're just here to critique, help people along. And you know yourself, Dave, you should be able to stand back and critique your own work. You should be your own worst enemy when it comes to criticizing your own work. I'm not perfect. I get wavy lines. We all get wavy lines. It's just how we deal with it. And like I said, all we can do is give pointers and let people take the information and run with it. And like I said, I am by no means perfect myself, but just willing to pass on a bit of knowledge that I have. and hope it helps people out there.
Absolutely. That's all it's about. And having some fun along the way. Okay. Having some fun along the way. It all comes from a place of love, I promise. Yeah. So had a great day today. Great church service. Hang out with my mom. Come home. Get on here with Andy B. Take a look at some tattoos. You can't get any better than that. So Jibber Jaw out of the way. Bam. First person up, I got him starred here to make sure I know where to begin. It is Byron Waters. Byron Waters. All right, just before we get on to here, I have seen over here a few people have said, yes, I would like some Q&A. All right, 30 minutes flies by in this stream. So absolutely, we'll try to, at an hour and a half in, we will stop and answer a few questions. So if you got questions, think about them about a couple minutes before the 30-minute mark. I'll tell you guys, shoot those in, and between me and Andy, we'll hopefully catch them over there and get them answered. All right. As usual, burps constantly anytime I drink anything. All right. Byron. I've been tattooing for about a year. I've watched your channel since I started my self-taught journey. You've been a great help and an inspiration. I've sent 4 tattoos from when I began to now. Thank you for critique. Thank you for helping those with a dream. That's more burps. Excuse me, guys. Oh my goodness. You're very welcome, Byron. And that's really all we're doing here. So right off the bat, I like that you drew it first. I can see that you did it on paper. I like that. That is cool. And it's a little hard to see from here, but I think it's just a little bit of a shine, but I think this looks pretty cool.
Looks pretty well executed, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, like I was drawing it first, he's got his colour scheme down on his paper. One thing with drawing it first, Dave, is gets it right in his own head, so it's less thinking when you're tattooing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just do instead of try to dream it up,
Yeah.
Like Andy said in the last one, he said, if you don't have your reference there, I mean, you're already behind. So this is an awesome reference to have. Sorry, I'm just going to drop my little thing down here. That way we can all see better. Anyhow, nice job there. The lines look decent. A couple low line weights, colors in, I like it. I do like that the color's bold right next to each other. It's not necessarily blended, and I don't think it necessarily has to be in this case. Yeah, cool piece on fake skin here. Lines look pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you looks like, I don't know, a little out of the lines here.
A little bit out of the lines here and there, but we know fake skin doesn't take color like.
This is the stencil, Andy. This is the purple stencil. I just realized if you look at it like over here and stuff, you see that. Yeah, okay, so it's not outside lines. Even better.
Nope.
Even better.
Fake skin don't take colour like real skin. So you can't, it's really hard to criticise up against. And my computer screen I'm looking at the other one here, and it's the other one, it looks a lot more saturated on my other screen. So I'll take them words back. But like I said, I'm digging it. I'm liking it.
Me too. I like it too. Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job. Right. So I'm going to take a look at this one on the right first. Yeah, not too bad. Running these long straight lines are tricky, but there's a little bit of a breakup. You break it up here. You break it up here. You break it up here. Could they be smoother? Sure. But they're not bad. The little dots, not bad either. When you're doing those little dots, always remember every dot matters. Everything matters. Do the best you can to make them as symmetrical as possible. But overall, I like the stimpling, the lining. I'll jump over here real quick, and then I'll pass it off to Andy. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think I would just work on maybe a little bit more shading, and you'll get a little more comfortable with that. And when it comes to the hand, make sure you put it in the skin. You can't be dilly-dallying around. It's got to go in. And the proof is in the pudding. You'll see it when it heals. But anyhow, anything to add, Andy?
No. Like I say, I'm preferring the one on the right, the flowers, more of an organic shape. If you look around his flowers and that, the line works pretty decent, actually. And it looks like he's run quite a small liner, maybe a 5. Anybody that's running a 5 liner, long straight line, is going to struggle.
Absolutely.
And that to get it 100% perfect. I don't think. Has he made some mistakes? Yes, he has. Does it look good? Does it look good from 12 inches, 18 inches back? Yes, it does. It's totally legible, totally readable. Does it need work in a few areas? Yes, it does. But as a whole, it's not horrendous. It's not horrible.
No, I think these flowers are quite nice and crisp. You know, the lining's smooth.
It's not gone OTT with shading on that. It's just got a really, really nice balance of shading and kept it delicate and light. Whereas the one on the left, as I'm looking at it, the clock is a bit, for that, it's a bit dark. It's a bit tonal. The Roman numerals for me, a little bit heavy. Some of the line work, which we all know, circles are worst. Everybody hates circles.
Yeah.
Outside of that pocket watch, not symmetrical to circle inside, but we're all going to struggle with that one.
Absolutely.
But I think the one on the right is far superior to the one on the left. I just think the one on the left is just a bit too dark. Is overdone it a little bit.
Somebody's saying that they spelt the Capra Diem. I don't know what this.
I don't know.
But apparently the P and the R should be the other way. I don't know.
Carpe Diem.
I have no idea either way. So again, that's up to you guys. But we're gonna jump to the next one. Not bad overall. Just to sum those ones up, I think me and Andy are both in the same boat. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Oh, this is lovely from here. Let me get up. I like this soft shading. Those lines are nice and crispy and consistent thickness.
I'm going to take my hats off to this bloke who spent all that time doing them circles in the middle of that flower shading. And if you actually look at them, each one looks individually shaded because it's got a different tone. White, greys, blacks in there. I am seriously going to take my hat off because I recently did some blackberries and I did every single cell on a blackberry, and this just takes forever to do. It's so boring, but line work and shading on this, I love it. It's just got a right balance. It's just got a really good balance.
Right. I wonder what happened.
I don't know what's happened at the bottom here. It looks butchered.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're on the knee here. This is entering into the knee, so not sure what happened here. And because I'm just not aware, and because everything else just looks so different from here, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I know that might not be the wisest thing.
I'm hoping that he's done this sunflowery thing above, and that's not somebody else's work, and it's just the two flowers at the bottom that we're meant to be critiquing.
Ooh, good point.
Because they're fresh.
Oh,
the sunflowers healed.
He did the knee part. Oh, well, if that's the case, we're talking.
If he's done the knee part,
that's rough.
Yeah, it's beat.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Somebody's going to not like healing off that one.
No, I mean, this portion in here, like some of the lines that we can see, it's okay-ish, but the shade, whatever they've done, I know they tried to probably duplicate whatever this is, but maybe missed the mark just a little bit. Sorry for the confusion on that one, but just whoever did the upper portion, nice job. The bottom, this stuff, it's a mixed bag here. Overall, I think you're definitely going down the right road, Byron. Keep at it, man. Knee can be a little bit tricky. Knees and hands are, good Lord, we got a lot right now. All right, so we are going to try to go through it. Byron tattooed over a scar, so that was over a scar.
Right.
Byron, if in the future, send us in some more work, and then if you can, maybe try to get another photo of that healed or something. It was the angle and whatnot, and glossy. It was really hard to just really see what was what, so I didn't want to, beat you up when it might not really have been that big of a deal.
Scars are hard to tattoo over.
Absolutely. All right, so let's see. We're on to the next one. My name is Eric. I submit my first tattoo in January and have been tattooed nonstop since then. I love your channel. It helps me a lot in this journey. I send you the first and my last tattoos. Love you. Love you too, Eric. Thank you, my friend. Guys, if you're here, give the stream a like. Pass the word. Oh, I remember that. I remember this tattoo. I remember this one. Yes, you did send it because I remember it didn't have any strings on it, but overall it was looking pretty decent. All right. Whoa.
Nice blade, Doctor.
This is sick, man. I mean, just from initial look, sick. Cool. I like it. Yeah.
Really nice piece.
Yeah, if I had to critique anything, which is so stupid that I even want to, but up in here, I'd like it to be like jet black, like jet black right in here. Certain spots just like pure black, but that's subjective. That's just because I like a little bit of extra black. That's nice.
That's it. Any critique on this is just going to be subjective anyway, Dave. It's
I think
a really
so.
Clean, nice piece.
It's very nice, and I like that it's you got a little drawing of it back there. Very nice.
Yeah.
I remember this piece. This was a while back too. It's great to see how much further you've gone, man. This is a beaut as well, in my opinion.
Lovely.
Lovely. Absolutely. Fantastic, man. Awesome, Eric. Awesome to see you go from here, which already wasn't that. This was clean then. You know, it had a little wobble, I remember, here and there, circles. But, man, fantastic, dude. Great to see you guys, like, really doing some cool stuff. I did the whole tattoo just in. Oh, okay. So, same. Okay, Byron. More information is coming in on the Byron case. Byron did the whole tattoo, just the knee had scars from the wreck. Well, Byron, absolutely fantastic tattoo if that's the case. Awesome job, Byron. And just out of respect, because we have confused everything so much, we're going to pull your piece up one more time. Byron, this looks great, man. Really love it. Kudos to you, man. The knee had some scars on it. Get it now. Totally get it. All right. Christy Martin. There should be some information. There's no information. Okay. Christy Martin. We don't know much about you, but we are going to take a look. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nice. Yeah. This is not bad. It's simplistic, but you know what? You can't go wrong sometimes. Simplistic. You can always go back and jazz stuff up. Nice. We got some black, some shading, some open skin. Yeah. I don't mind it.
Reads well. Reads nice.
It does. It does. And I mean, if you wanted to, you can always go back and throw a little more stimpling in this if the person wanted to or you wanted to. But yep. F Cancer, you know what? It's not bad either.
No.
Personally, I mean, yeah, they get a wobble here or there, but I mean, come on, I'm gonna probably get the same kind of thing, but that's because I hate
it's not bad though, Dave.
It's good.
It's not over bad at all.
Andy B, what's your Instagram? People are asking.
My Instagram, it's now you put me on. It's LS Inc. It's LS Inc. 2019.
There you go. LS Inc. 2019. Go follow Andy B. Support him for supporting, everybody here. All right. F Cancer. Nice job. Okay, we got wings on the back of the neck. From here, the lines look decent. Yeah, there's a few that are thick. Actually, the more I look at it, there might be a little bit issues here and there.
Looking a bit off to me.
Yeah, it is hard.
That would benefit, especially in back creases at feathers and that, from having some solid black punched in and pushed out to give it that shade.
Yeah.
Necks are not the easiest place to tattoo anyway.
Right. Skin sucks.
It does. And it just looks, I mean, as you look at the back, I don't know whether it's because the kid's got his head that way, it just looks a little bit off to just the placement, lopsided. But apart from that, it's just suffering from not having no really dark black in it.
Yeah, it could use some contrast, like some packing up in here. But this might have been, I think we're going backwards. We do that sometimes where we start.
Is this the early ones?
I think so. I want to say it probably is. But I'm telling you what, they weren't hungry. I can tell you they weren't hungry. I got some Kit Kat, some Mountain Dew. They were staying, keeping the blood sugar up. Good on you, I guess.
Ooh, side of ribs. Rib tickler.
In memory of Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. This is earlier on. I can definitely tell that compared to the other stuff. There's definitely some issues here. But because we've seen the other work already, I'm not really going to beat this up, line issues here there. But, man, on the ribs, though.
Chat out ribs. It's like that. All the way down ribs. And the breathing as well.
Yes. Oh, a little butterfly. These are nice little things to work on in the beginning, too, because it's pure black, and you get to run lines. And if they're not perfect, smooth them out. Nice job.
But to be honest, it looks fairly clean and well packed.
Yeah, absolutely. The packing's solid. Lining looks good. No complaints. Nice job overall, Christy. Thank you for sending those to us. Nice job. Guys, if you're watching the stream, you're enjoying this on this lovely Sunday, give the stream a like. Much appreciate that. Remember, the last 30 minutes of the stream, we're going to be taking a few questions, answering a few questions. So think about those. Let us know. Smoke, thank you for being here, brother. Great to see you. Al, let's Echo, Eric. Who else we got here? Ghost, what's going on? Ghost Gaming, one of my least favorite spots to do. Right. I hate the neck personally. I understand that. George, Justin, awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. Byron again, Contrasted, Violator, So just saying hi to y'all and thank you for being here. We're gonna keep on going. Up next is Stephen Green. Again, let's jump into that one. Ooh, already looking interesting. We got a few things here. Hi, Dave and Andy. I bought my equipment 1 year ago, but didn't use it until 3 months ago when I done my first ever tattoo on fake skin. I've spent the first 9 months studying videos, techniques, etc. I am 50 years old, and even though I realize I've left it too late to make any income from it.
Nope.
Excuse me. I just really enjoy doing it. My pics are up. Oh my gosh, can I read? Are uploaded in order. I done them 4 on fake skin, 3 on my wife. I find fake skin takes 1 drop wash very darkly. Yes, you are correct. It takes, especially if you're using like the brand Real Skin, that takes ink very quickly. When I was working with that brand, I used a lot of my wash caps actually. So I'm guessing we're going to start over here and move this way. I'm guessing. So, all right, here we go. I got this. Man, these burps are killing me. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, it's not too bad. A lot of, they've got some contrast going on here. Probably one of your first pieces. Love to see a little bit of lighter tones here and there, but not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
Too much shading. Like you say, it's a newbie mistake, is that?
Sure.
Thinking you've got to cut, thinking you've got to put grey tones in from wall to wall. It's a newbie mistake, is that one? But
yeah,
we've all been there. We've all learnt from it.
I've
got to say before we're going any further, never mind him saying 50 is too old. I'm 50-year-old. It's never too old.
That's right.
It.
That's right. That's right. There you go. Look at Andy. He's working every day doing this stuff. And,
every day.
50 years old. It only takes a few years to really dig your fingers, your feet in, and get this, and then the journey just continues. But I like what you're doing here. I like the shading in this. We're experiencing some light tones, some darks, all that. The problem for me is the face looks off in general. Yep. I know who this is supposed to be, Will Smith. I do like the teeth, and there's parts of this that are like, if you just looked at those alone, it's like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. But I think the eyes are off and part of the cheeks. So,
the beard's cool.
Yeah.
The beard looks good.
Definitely some good stuff.
This section here under, cheeks, it makes him look old. Makes him look older than what he is, shall we say?
a little bit. Yeah. The eyes are a little apart, but hey, we see what you're doing here. Okay, we're another face. Same problem I'm having with this face here. Like there's some stuff like this is not bad. This is not bad. A little bit of this isn't bad. Here is not bad. The eyes seem to be our issue. This shading markup here just really, it creates what looks to be like a shield on his forehead or something, like coming out at you. And just where you put your shading on this one kind of throws it off a bit. So maybe a little more work on the front when it comes to like drawing these things out. It's a real shame because there's some nice things.
Yeah, it may be interesting to if he'd have drawn them using pencil first, and then you actually done them in pencil himself first, and used his own drawing then from reference. You'd have already had it, in your head where to go. Plus, you've also got to remember, real skin, fake skin, whatever you want to call it, doesn't heal. It doesn't heal up. It doesn't tone out lighter like normal skin. So you've got to really, instead of going, if you think it's a medium tone, start with a light tone. Wash that in, see how that goes, and then work it backwards. Because if not, you can go in too dark too quick, especially on fake skin.
Absolutely. Drawing this stuff, like Andy said, first, even though it's different from a tattoo machine, but if you draw it first, you're going to know like, oh, okay, how did they... Oh, okay, you know what I mean? Hey, I put darker there. Sometimes in the beginning, black and gray work, I would do the whole thing with charcoal first. I wouldn't get perfect with it, but I would see, oh, okay. I don't know. It makes your tattoo go way faster. It makes you way more comfortable. And then as time goes on, you can skip that step because you can't sit there and, draw every single shade, every single tattoo. I mean, yes, if you're designing them and whatnot, it requires it. This is better. Definitely see like improvements in some spots. Well, for some reason, again, the eyes is where it seems to really be lacking here. I'd love to see a little bit more black under his chin, really set the difference, put his neck back a little further. But yeah, the nose looks much better. I like the nose is a little bit better here.
Seems to be proportioned out better.
Yeah.
But then again, like I say, we've managed to tell which every character it's been portrayed, so they can't be too bad. It's not.
Yeah.
As if with an M, it's so that's one plus, that's one bonus in the bag.
Not bad at all. Hey guys, if you're looking for where to send your email to, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You can send your emails to there. If you guys want to follow me anywhere other than here, you can follow me at these places down at the bottom of the screen. Let's keep going across here. And again, guys, we're going to do in order. There's already quite a few emails sent in. So here we go. Here's our first on Real Skin. And already I see some improvements on the Real Skin.
Big improvement.
Yeah, the color, this blue looks nice. The lining up here is pretty good. A little bit of stipple shading, can't go wrong. That will improve with time. A few wobbly lines, a few thick lines. But overall, I mean, not bad. The nose and the face, a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
He's actually done a lot better job on Real Skin than he's done on the fake skin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a nice bit. It's a nice bit. Like you said, yeah, it's got a few wobbles. It's got here, but like we've said, we all get them. We can all get them.
Absolutely.
For me, I'd just like to have seen just a tiny little bit more darker, just under the chin line. Just to push it. But other than that,
yep. I think the lip is a little big in comparison to this tiny nose. Yeah. But if you take this away, I like the eyes because I like that they're solid black. You know, it's like it's not meant to be realistic looking, and it works. It works out. So yeah, not bad, not bad. What can we say? What can we say? You know what? This might heal out better than it looks now because what looks like, this red light shading is going to heal out a little bit and it's going to get soft. I don't think it's overworked personally. I think it's just redding. The lines are all right. The stipple shading gets a little bit just kind of haphazard-ish for me. I'm not getting the effect of a flower of any kind. I'm getting like maybe, it gets that cabbagey look. These up here aren't too bad.
Not bad. Like I said, line's not bad.
Yep. No, yeah. Yeah, and I think the hands are okay. The lining's okay. It's not bad. It's just, again, mainly I think that there's the stimpling in those flowers. But let's jump to this one. Now, from here, I think this looks cool. But I think when we zoom in, we're going to start to see some stuff that's not quite the greatest, if you will. And we might be moving. Maybe the ones we looked at earlier were like the first ones, and we're going backwards to see where you started. I'm not sure. But for me,
lines, misjoin up points.
Well, I've done some work with some holidays, so again, but it has a few here and there. But really up here where we have these flowers is what stands out the most. This little bit down here kind of, catches your eye. And then up here, I'm not sure what's going on here. A few of these look just a little all over the place. And we have unsaturated reds blending with pure blacks. No, just not my favorite there. But from far, that sounds rude, but truthfully, from a distance, it does have a bit of a cool look. I like how the red is spread out enough to where you get this, a little bit of red throughout the piece. Kind of interesting. All right, let's jump to, okay, that's about it. Steven, thank you for sending those in, and don't be afraid of being 50 and tattooing. Look, we got Andy can contest, whatever that word is. All right, so we're gonna jump into Eugene. What up, Dave? I'm Eugene Small, and at the age of 41, decided to finally follow some advice from friends and family and take my art to tattooing. I've been tattooing practicing for a week. Okay, so a week into practicing, cool. Right, that's just not a lot of time. So awesome. We get to check you out in your early days, and maybe months down the road, we'll see some more. So glad I came across you in your YouTube channel. Awesome. And it has helped out a lot. Keep doing what you're doing. Machine, he used the Mass Tour, a 9-round liner at 8 volts. Okay. So not bad for a week.
For a week?
Yeah, not bad. I mean,
the lines are in.
Yeah, surely you went over these lines maybe a couple times or whatnot, but you know what? They're in there. They're in there, and you're getting practice laying stencils on fake skin. And good. You'll hear about people tattooing for a week, and then they're already showing you the tattoos on skin. So fantastic to see you're not doing that. And again, the funny thing is, guys, I'm trying to pass information on. So I tattooed too early, right? I hit the skin too soon. And it showed in some of my early work, even in some of my early videos when I was sharing stuff. I mean, in the end, the tattoo turned out okay, but we had some wonky lines, some really rough stuff. And I've even thought about at one point, I should probably take some of those down. That gives me a bad name. But no, I'm not going to, because I get to look back and see that, look, it's a journey, it's a process. I didn't do so good at the time, but I was sharing some information and helped some people out. I'm leaving it, right? You can go see those flaws in a lot of videos. So we're trying to improve. So I'm trying to help you so you don't do the same thing I made. You know what I mean? That's why I might say go work on some fake skin, right? Because I didn't do that enough. And it really helped when I went and did that later in life. So what do you think of this one, Andy? Apparently, I think this is
I don't think it's bad. 1 week and it is at this. I mean, yeah, sure, I can go through it. I can see a couple of missed lines. I can see a couple of little bypasses. But you know, something. I'm not going to give nobody. I'm not going to give nobody an hard time for a week after doing this. I mean, what I like as well is people go, oh, start with a 3-round, start tattooing with a 3-round line that makes bigger lines easier. Now, I always tell an apprentice, start with a bigger round line to get comfortable with that.
Yes.
And work your way down.
Yes.
Gradually work your way down. Because to go to a 3-round liner, most people's lines are going to look shaky. And it's just going to knock the confidence sideways. So start 11, start 9, then get comfy with them, work your way down, come to a 7, come to a 5, drop to a 3, whichever way you want to do it. But I'm not going to give this lad a hard time at all for a week. Yeah,
for a week. I mean, come on. I mean, not bad. He did say he went over the lines. Like I said, some of them, it looks like he might have nailed in one pass. So that's really cool after 1 week. And some you had to go over. You know, it's a learning experience. You see how the ink goes in. You go, oh, okay. Yeah, keep practicing on the fake skin. Keep watching videos. Keep picking things up from people. 1 weekend, like Andy said, you know, hey, this is, you know what I mean? Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all, man. Nice job, Eugene. Nice job. And again, at 41, chasing something. Good for you. Good for you. Awesome stuff. All right, here we go. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, give the video a like. If you wouldn't mind, it helps the stream out. And yeah, here we go. And Eugene was over there. Yeah, I did say that right. Yeah, he said, thanks guys. I watch a lot of your videos. Awesome, Eugene. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And love to see some work maybe a few months down the road. That would just be awesome. It's really cool to see the progression some people have had. Next up is Mason. Hey, man, first off, thank you for all the tips, tricks, and pointers you've given this community. Been with you for a while now, and you have truly helped me beyond words. That is awesome to know. Thank you for that. I'd love to hear your opinion on these two pieces. They are my favorites that I've done so far. I've been tattooing for about 2 years now. I threw in a rib piece that I did as well. Thanks so much. Hope doing well. Much love back to you, Mason. All right. I don't know which way is first to last, but we're going to start with this one here. All right. Not bad. Not bad. I really like this, the little like effect you have back there with the different dots of colors, dots of purple, dots of pink, dots of white, and a relatively smooth line around here. You know, this is what, this little bump here. Come on. I'm not even worried about that. Maybe somebody else can worry about that, but I think this looks cool. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, it's very legible. And like you say, it's for a single line heart that size, because it looks quite big for a single line. I mean, has it got a few wobbles? Has it got a little blip here and there? Yes, it has. Nothing that's drastically in your face. I can see a few. It's like you say, background's pretty cool. It's given me a vibe of a bit of a galaxy type thing if there'd have been a couple of darker blues and darker purples in. But yeah, I'm liking this piece.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. All right, now we got a big old side piece here. From here, there's some smooth looking stuff. I hope it looks just as cool when you zoom in. Come on, baby. Oh, it is. It is looking nice. So it's what's cool. Oh, it just crispened up. What's cool is we can see. Oh, that looks ouchy right there. But it looks. You can see the healed versus the fresh. Super cool. Like it looks nice healed. Most of these lines look okay. We have an issue. I don't know if this is a scar or something happened here.
I don't know. There's also lower down, Dave. If you go
Yeah.
lower down,
Oh yeah.
see where the black's packed in on that line there, on the
Right
big
here?
flower. Yep. And then
Yep.
you move on to the big flower. There's a couple of issues as if it's been overworked, been
Right.
passed over too many times.
Yeah. Yeah, it can
Maybe
happen.
when it's packing that black, just slow yourself down and get it in one, maybe two passes. Looks like it's just a little bit overworked. I mean, but rest of it is not too bad at all, and especially on ribs.
Yeah.
Like you say, them ribs are just going like that, as well as you having to come down over them like that. They're going like that all the time.
Yeah, and to be doing lines and stuff is it's always tricky.
Yeah. Nice with his stipple shading and his dot work. It's left it light and airy.
And it's cool to
It's got a
see
nice
it
result.
healed too. Yeah, it healed nice and soft. Yeah, but aside from a few of these, which is weird because most look okay, and then you get a really rough couple lines, and then down here, a real, like Andy said, a real rough few lines or some packing or something.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear if you're here. Who is this again? Mason, if you're here, love to, hear your thought on what happened there. Maybe maybe whatever, but not bad. This looks nice too, personally. I think there's a nice balance here. Yeah. Nice job. Couple years in. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. If you got anything.
No. It's like I say, it seems to have got it worked out about the balance, about a few darks, a few medium tones, and leaving some lights, leaving some skin breaks, not oversaturating. And I like this. I do like his work.
Yeah, it's not bad. Cool. Yeah, very cool. So of the three pieces, got to show a little bit of different things. And aside from a couple of marks there, not bad. Thanks for sending that in. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give the stream a like. Much appreciated. Get the word out to more people. Yeah, not everybody gets notifications, so I hear. But anyhow, next up, we have okay, I've been tattooing for a few months. What's your opinion? Okay, we're going to click open the first one here. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. There's some stuff that's okay here. I think we're still working on our line work. It looks like to me like we might have a little bit of some blowouts here on the knee.
Yeah, and it looks like he's on knee as well, which
that's a good thing.
Single line work on knee like this, to me personally, never looks great. Never looks great just because of the makeup of the skin.
True.
It's like either colour or shade over knee wherever I can and use softer stuff rather than a hard, crisp line.
Gets wrinkly.
Yeah. It's like elbows.
Absolutely. But like if they want to add on to this, put some black back here, do some depth and stuff, play with it. I guess that's the cool part here is that there's still so much you can do with it. And that's a nice part about it, if you ask me. Okay, on a hand. All right. Interesting placement and size and everything, but it's not horrible. You know what I mean? No. Like the lines are not bad, actually. At first I thought, I wonder what's up. But as I kind of just look at it, most of this is okay. A little wobble here and there. But I guess to me, it's just not a big fan of the imagery. It's like it's a for you tattoo. So you look at it. Other than that, it's upside down.
Yeah, I'm just going to say same. It's not too bad. But it won't surprise me if he's not tattooed this on himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because from my eyes, it's upside down.
Right.
Is the tattoo. But it's not horrible.
No.
And it's totally workable.
Absolutely.
Can go back in after and just add some shading, add some colour.
Yeah.
Add a bit to it here and there, and make it into a piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? As I would take this, I'd do some work up here, maybe some black, some whatever you can do to kind of some shading, figure something out, add a little bit here, and just fill the piece out a little bit. Pack some black in here, set some things forward and backwards. But as a whole, right now, it is what it is. But it's good to see you're just working on lining. Obviously, normally I'd say stay off the hand, but you're already there, so it is what it is. Thanks for sending that in, though, Golden Fire. Not bad for what you're doing. All right. Hey, guys. Sorry, I was on the phone. I saw that you went over my... Sorry, just reading it. Rippies. Yeah. I definitely... Okay, he did say... And thanks for your honesty, Mason. That's awesome, dude. Let me share this just so everybody can take a look. Not to throw me. He said, hey, guys. Sorry I was on the phone. I saw that y'all went over my stuff. Thank you so much for the kind words. As for that rib piece, I definitely overworked the shading in some of those areas. Well... It happens, man. And thank you for just coming out. Yeah, and just so that people get to know what that looks like. I'm going to try to pull that up. Again, Mason did some fantastic work here. Love this. Love all of this. And love that. He did want to share with us that, yeah, he did overwork these spots right here. And thank you for being honest. I wasn't sure if it was a scar. You just don't want to completely throw somebody under the bus. But thanks for your honesty, Mason. Okay. Like the stream, guys. Give it a like. Hit the thumb button. Whatever the heck. Share it on your... Oh, this is looking cool. Okay. Bethany Hart. Love you guys. I'm from Northeastern Ohio as well. Yeah. All right. I've been tattooing for about 3.5 weeks now. Oh, man. You're killing me because I can see some of this work from here, and it's looking pretty sick. We'll see. Mainly just do myself and maybe some friends and family at some point. Skulls 3 days after getting my machine. Okay. Ram Rose, weeks in. Color Rose later. 2.5 weeks. Okay, so we're going to pretty much say that all this has been done in just a few weeks. So I guess we'll start here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
First impressions, this line looks looking pretty clean.
I'm not even going to... For 3.5 weeks, I could say, oh, this, that. But why? This is crisp. Who are you? Bethany, never mind. I don't want you around here. Get out, move out Northeastern Ohio.
Get out of today.
Oh shoot! I'm just kidding, Bethany. I share stuff with all kinds of people around here with my, so trust me. All right, again, not bad. Is there some issues here on this? Sure.
This is how you tackle a knee.
Yeah, is definitely some things here and there, but you're running a giant lines on a knee. From where most people are going to see this at, it looks fine, okay? Yeah. Knees are tricky. This looks okay as well. Some of this, hard to say from the photo, might be a little bit pressed hard, a little glossy. But again, that glossiness can come from dry skin and all kinds of other weird stuff. Not sure. So we're good on this one, right, Andy? Not too bad.
Yeah, this is, like I said, that's how you tackle a knee.
Yep. Oh, okay. Aside from the top of this head right here, I don't really even see anything that's...
No, just... Probably where she's picked line up at top of head, just maybe got slightly of a thicker line on black. But how long's this one? What, 3.5 weeks?
Right, 3.5 weeks. Now,
maybe I'm gonna complain.
I know.
It's like keep going like that.
Yeah, people are
another 6 months. You'll have it nigh on mastered.
Yeah, this is definitely hurting my advice of don't jump on skin. Some people, I guess. Again, here we go. This might have been earlier on one, but knees are tricky, and you can see the difference from the knee area to the upper area. It gets a little bit
working with a couple of scars on this knee as well.
Yeah, and up here we get a little bit of a, well, it's not quite blown out, but you can definitely see that it's in there right on the hairy edge. Excuse me.
Like I say, she's having to work around a couple of existing scars as well on this knee, which is not doing too bad. Underneath knee, that bottom lightning bolt, middle one, looks a bit heavy.
Right.
Heavily put in, does that.
And then over here, yeah. So clearly you probably know this already there, Bethany, but decent. But you definitely have a few issues there. I love this. Clean. I love this.
Looking clean.
Super clean, super crisp. I love the boldness of it. I'm a sucker for like a solid bold tattoo. Yeah.
Good sticker tattoo. That black looks to be in.
Yep. This is my This is my my thing. Wow. Yeah, had you not added the photo with it, I would have been like, "Oh, that's interesting." But no, this is, pretty accurate to the to what we have here, for the most part. Not my favorite thing in the world, but
No.
it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, Bethany. What are you? All right, Bethany. Thank you, Bethany. Thank you, Bethany. Fantastic work. For 3.5 weeks. What gosh, hit us up when the 4th week is over, and we'll see what you got then. Guys, you're enjoying the stream. Give the video a like, and we're gonna keep this going on. Hunter Daniels, I want to be on camera. Oh, sorry, Hunter Daniels, on Sunday. It's the Sunday special. Me and Andy here. If you want to be on camera, you're gonna have to do that on a different day, on a day that I go live, and it's just me. And I, every once in a while I let people jump on with me. It just depends on the day. But what's up, bro? Thank you for all your help. I started tattooing back in 2016, but got married, and my wife made me sell my stuff. Divorced, so I'm hopping back in. Oh man, my first one of myself in 4 years. Well, okay. So all right. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know that. Do you have a liner, man? What are you using? Whew. Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead. Actually, I don't mean to drop this right on you, Andy, and I know you want to zoom in, but I have the bladder of a small child, so I'm going to run this direction real quick.
Like I said, it's missing some darks. Your shading's very washy, very scratchy, and should have left some more open skin. And you've put some red on Axe, which could have been a bit deeper saturated. And from how Dave's left this photo, I can't really tell on the line work because my screen's tiny. But it's definitely lacking. To be fair, I would have said, should have left this one off your leg, my friend, and done it on fake skin first, or at least drawn it. It's, definitely lacking in areas. Yeah, what can I say? You need some more rich black. You need to really work on smoothing the shading out on this one. Could you go back in? Could you save it? Yes, I think you could. Not the best. Does need some more work. And like I will reiterate, I think this would have been better done on fake skin rather than jumping, especially after, did he say 4.5 years not tattooing?
Yeah, it said started tattooing back in 2016, but I got married. I mean, it could have been that kind of thing where, like I said back in some other streams, where I used to play guitar. I never was good. I've technically been playing for 15 years, but not.
I think after 4.5 years, this would have been better off on fake skin. Should have jumped and done it on fake skin first, and got comfortable again with your equipment and your machine, rather than putting it straight on skin. Could it be saved? Like I said, probably.
Yeah, we have some, like, there's no lines here. And what there is like hit or miss. Like, I'm not sure what Andy said. I'll just throw my 2 cents in real quick. Like, I did catch Andy say it could absolutely be fixed, and I agree. Black's going to be your friend, not just black everywhere, but putting black in certain spots so that where we have this like black sort of wash that's everywhere will start to look like a lighter shade once you pump in some blacks, and maybe get like a nice solid round shader and smooth out these lines. But again, like Andy said, man, mess around with some, maybe play with fake skin, maybe keep going on your leg. It looks like you've done a few different things on your leg that I can see here. So, you might not be willing to go on fake skin, maybe just keep messing with your leg, but slow down, maybe do some smaller pieces, hone in on getting your lines smooth, because then when you come back to these larger pieces, it's going to help you out overall. It's really, I think it's kind of hard to tell you everything we think on just one tattoo, so thanks for doing that, Andy. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to drop that
problem.
on you. Just that
I'm sure I'll get my own back at some point tonight. We'll have to
right. Yeah. Feel free. I mean, there's no point in holding the bladder. Mine is literally not made for long Okay. Thanks for all you do. Mandala was a test of what I learned so far. Skull was trying a large piece and trying washes. John Wick was first portrait with washes. Too dark help. It was done with 6 drop, 3 drops, washes. Okay. Pennywise went back to just hand speed and whip stip for shading until white shows up. Trying to okay. A lot of information about East, but we're just going to jump in. Okay. Yeah. See, I think you are practicing with the proper size liner or round shader for, you know what I mean? Like we were talking about before, starting out with something that's not a 3-round liner, something that's not tiny. You know what my new favorite kind of like mid-grade liner is? It's actually a shader, a standard number 12 5-round shader. I really like it for, you know, kind of a thick but not too thick of a line. You know, I definitely am a fan of that needle, and I think something like that even would be a decent start. But a 9-round line or something bigger than a 3, and you did that. You got some stipple shading going on here. What you think, Andy?
Yeah, it's like I said, line work.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there, get in there with line work. Majority of it is nice. A couple of areas. I've just got shading a bit dark in leaves, a bit tonal. What I would say with leaves is if you're working if you're working a leaf and you're shading from the center, from the stem, the center outwards, to keep it in balance on the opposite side, shade from the outer part of the leaf towards the stem. So the darker's on the outer side, it will give you a better balance on the leaf when you're first starting out, rather than just try to get it all coming, you know, from center at leaf. Get one side from center going outwards and one side from outside coming inwards and working it back towards stem. You will just get a better balance on that, and just learn to soften the shading out a little bit, you know, whip it out a bit further, because if you look in the rows, it's just ever so slightly she's got some whip shading and some stipple shading in, then the normal shading in, but it's kept quite small and right at back at leaf instead of just wafting it out over leaf instead of, because it's, for me, it's in quite much of a straight line along the leaves. And if you actually look at somewhat organic, the shadow will dip in and out as it goes through, you know, the leaf.
Yeah.
But like I say, line work, composition, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad, especially for, you know, just getting into this sort of thing. And this person is a Violator in the chat. Violator, decent work here for just getting. Oh wow, this is pretty freaking sick in my opinion.
I like this.
I do too. I'm a sucker for like some heavy black work, and super cool, man.
This works for me because it black work and it's dark. Even though I don't like color, it's dark. But then I look at the outside of it, and it seems to me to have achieved like a black and grey watercolor effect.
Yeah, that's what's really cool.
And it's cool. It really does work.
I'm a little bit inspired by this. I kind of like this since I've been playing with watercolor kind of tattoos and stuff. And I got some coming up, and looking at this, I'm like, it's cool. Thank you for
cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do this. And I saw some people asking about, you know, how we're picking maybe emails. I'm going, and everybody who submitted them to since this live stream was uploaded. So I think I put it out like 5:40 that we're going live, and then at 6 o'clock we started. So anything from 5:40 on is what we're viewing, and we'll only go as far as we can go. So we're probably not even going to get through everybody. I know it stinks to hear, but early bird gets the worm, you know, whatever I say. This is dope. Let's see what else you got. John Wick, not bad either. I think that, you know, the shading could be a little softer, but you know, we're learning, so I'm not going to beat you up. It's on fake skin, so it's not like you're hurting anybody. But yeah, there's some spots I wish were a little different, but hey, it's got
a little bit tonal on him, on
the
face.
Sure. Yeah.
This one's just got away. But as long as it takes away that it's a learning curve, and you take away from this anything that you personally think you've done wrong as well. E.g., too dark, too much shading, and apply it into your next one. It's all
Yeah,
about learning.
because think about it. You also learn, you got to put a stencil on, read a stencil. You know, there's an art in and of itself, and learning how to read your own stencil and looking at your stencil over here on a piece of paper or something, whatever it is, and here. And so there's so much more being learned on fake skin than just, you know, I hate fake skin. It doesn't feel like real skin. You're right. You're right. It doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, and I like this too. I do. I love the fact that it's, you know, light and it looks dirty in here, which not dirty in a bad way. Like dirty as in like he looks mean and stuff. The what I'm not a big fan of, and I used to do this a little bit. I'm trying to find ways to like background it out, maybe smooth out, is how, and again, you're practicing, so I get it, but we have just a black, you know, smudge around the outside in order to give it, you know, you have to have a black background if you're going to have pure light at the top. So maybe if you want to make this like a cool hang on the wall thing, just kind of maybe come up with a little bit more of a background, something, even if it's more black or whatever. But that's my thoughts on that.
This piece, the actual face of this piece, I think is
killer.
Is on point. Where it lacks for me is the hair. It could have done with, and I understand it's gone in with a mag, black and grey. You try to blend it out. Whereas for me, with the hair, if you just put a bit more detail in the hair, like it's done on the face, not a load, a few more strands, finer strands. You could have used edge at mag, and same with ruffle around his collar, just to give it. How can I put this? Give it the same. The face on it is a different quality to the rest of it.
Yeah,
in my eyes, to bring it up to the same quality. Like over top of Pennywise's head here, just off the crown, you could have just done a little bit of black, few strands, and a few strands in and out towards it. Had just taken this to another dimension. But the actual centre face of it, I love it. I think he's done a great job.
I agree. Nice job. Thanks for sending these in, Jordan. Like, awesome to see your work on fake skin. If you've gone to real skin, keep working at it like this. But if you, again, I always tell people, if you go to real skin, don't be like beat up when you realize it's different and your work's not on the same level. It will get there. You just, you know, start small again and then work your way right back up to it. All right. Next up, guys, give the stream a like. We're trying to get to 100. And then we'll, you know, we'll go from there. Let's get 100 likes on this stream so far. Hey, we looked at this. I'm pretty sure we looked at this. Do we not look at this? Maybe I saw this. Okay. So, hey man, can you review this one? Yeah, it's not bad, you know. I can read it. There are some lining issues in here. This is kind of a rough line here. We got a few that are really close to being blown out. I don't think you're getting a real solid stretch on the skin. Stretch that skin out because it's probably bouncing a lot on the skin, causing you to go over and over and over it and chew up some spots. The eye up here is pretty blown out, you know. So these lines are really kind of inconsistent. You know, I'm just trying to be honest with you. You know, what I like is this black in here is packed and it doesn't look beat up. That's good. The red is in there nicely, but whatever you have going on underneath the red to create the shading kind of falls flat, especially up here. It just kind of looks like black and some red. The green in the leaves, yeah, same kind of thing. I'm kind of dreaming and kind of know what Andy's going to say, but I'm going to let him go ahead and say it.
Yeah. Well, first things out of my mouth, more colour.
Yeah.
The use of more colours. You look at a leaf, 2, 3, 4 greens in a leaf. Use a bit of yellow. Use a bit of red in your leaf.
Yellow. Yeah,
all works. Yellow on edges, you know what I mean? Bit of red, mix it up. Your roses, put a bit of... if you want to run your darks in first, run darks. But if I'm using colour like that, I won't use a solid black. What I'll use is a mid-wash grey tone underneath.
Yes.
And then so that when my colour comes over top, my colour, even though it's darker, will outpower the actual grey tone. But then you'll have pinks, whites, dark reds, light reds. You can even use a bit of purple. But like you say, taking away from that, you've got the solid black in the middle of the eyes. The colour it looks to be in, especially in the roses and the eyes, the colour is packed. It looks packed in.
Mm-hmm.
What runs away from me is the line work on the snake, the scales on the snake.
Yeah.
Also, is the flow of the snake just above his right eye as we look at it. It's got one like janky bit, but a snake is... a snake is flowing. It's flowing S's and curves. I mean, most part of human body, you probably heard it, Dev, when you're doing a tattoo, working curves, working S's, you know, for the flow, just for muscle, just to work with muscle structures. And it's the same when you're building a tattoo, same with snakes and that, just get them flows. Otherwise, if he's got the flow and he's got the curves, the line work could have been wrong, the scales could have been wrong, but it wouldn't have been emphasized as much.
Right, for sure,
because it's a bit square around bottom, where the base of the snake goes down and then down through the last rows. But it is readable.
Yeah, and the color is saturated, so we're gonna always try to find the good. You know, that's
when it's healed. See, with this, when it's healed, you could go back in and put some darker colors in. You could actually go back in over this and put some lighter colors in the colors. They will lighten it up.
And then I would like to say, you know, draw this out. Was this drawn out? Did you shade this out beforehand? Were these roses done? I mean, if we're just doing a couple of tattoos and we're learning how to do tattoos, why not give it your best chance possible? Get some color pencils out, a marker, color these roses that you've created. You know, you create this thing, color it if there's color in it, see how it looks beforehand. Then you're just kind of duplicating with inks. And it might be off a little bit because you're learning different stuff, but it's not going to be just flat. You know, you'll have done it already. Same with the snake, same with the shading, you know. Unfortunately, this face, I don't know, man. You know, that you could definitely, as time go back in this and try to push things in and out. But excuse me, if you're not able to really draw it, then it's not going to work tattooed. Okay, so if the drawing's not the way you want it, the tattoo is definitely not going to be what you want it. So give yourself the best opportunity possible and draw this sucker out. Color this thing in, you know. I don't think that was done here. So, but again, take it for what it is. There's some things here that are good. It's just, there's some definite things that I hope that this will help you when you go to do another one. So, thank you, Michael. Appreciate you sending that in. All right, let's see. What was Victor say? Anyone could be a great artist. It just takes time. Most people just need to learn to draw what to see, not what they think they see. Great advice, Violator. Great advice. Yeah. All right. Hey, it's Brianna. I provided the references for the paw print. Oh, she wanted it in a large version, as well as a butterfly I recently did with the new made fade ink. New made to fade ink. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that? As well as a butterfly I recently did with a new made to fade ink. I thought that was a business model by a company I talked to. Interesting that they make that now. All right, so let's take a look at those. If you guys don't remember, Brianna must have been on one last Sunday or Sunday before that, and she sent us these, and we were like, oh, this is actually a better photo as well. So thanks for the better photo. We're like, what? Some sort of a print. We weren't sure. She was trying to tell us. We were confused.
That's a better photo than.
Yeah, much better photo than last time. And here is the reference. What was it, a guinea pig or something, I think she said?
Something like that.
Yeah, all right. Well, now that we see that and that, yeah, okay. All right, but let's take a look at this other. Oh, man. It might.
It looks a bit bruised.
It does. And I'm not sure because you can see like the glossiness up here as well. Not sure.
Middle of butterfly, top left. I don't know whether it's my screen. It's just like looking a bit yellow, you know, as if it's a bit bruised.
Yeah, right. I can't really.
Is it freshly done or is it healing this?
Right, Brianna. If you could, yet again next Sunday or when you see us, send us another photo. One that's not got, you know, we can see a little bit better. Just like last week when we couldn't see those prints, you sent us this new photo right here. And much easier to see, much readable. We get it right on. Over here, a little bit harder to see. And here we have this butterfly on fake skin. Now, when it comes to this butterfly, our black is just not packed in. What are you using to pack in? It looks like you have a liner or something you're using to pack because there are just lines scattered all over this thing. Maybe you're practicing lines in there. That's cool. But if get a mag, a round shade or something, and practice packing that black in there, because if this was on skin, you'd have a lot of holidays and it's just going to heal kind of wonky. But good to see you're on practice skin, right? Your face, it's not, you can't hurt anybody here. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the update though, Brianna. Hey Julio, what's going on? Let's see. Next up is Ali. Guys, give the stream a like. We'd always appreciate it. Give the stream a like. Love your video. It's been helping me out a lot. I've been tattooing for 3 months. I did the tattoo on my own leg. All right, tattoo on your own leg, 3 months. All right, what do you think, Andy? I'm gonna take a quick sip of this.
I'll tell you what, for 3 months, not doing bad here, Dave.
Yeah.
His use of colours, and he's not scared to use colours in this kid.
Mm-hmm.
I can see maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 different colours this kid's used in here. And for 3.5 months, it's not. But has it got problems? Yes, it's got problems. More problems with the black work.
Yeah. Black, yeah.
Than the colour work. I'm not going to, because colour work is subjective, like we say. But I know what it is. It's a candle on a cup.
Absolutely.
On it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hit the mark there.
Yeah.
So I ain't going to pull him to bits on that one. But like I say, yeah, has he got a couple of missed lines, a couple of dark lines? But for 3 months, you're going to expect that. If all he's got to do is keep plugging away, looking at what he's doing, be his own worst critique.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Look back at every piece and think, is there anything I could have done better? What would I change next time?
Right.
And yeah.
I agree.
I don't think he's going to have much problems.
I agree with you, Andy. I like the color in here. I like this from a yellow to an orange up into a little bit of red here, right into the black.
To black.
This is my favorite part up here, the flame. I think the lining, things went well. Maybe we had a little issues here and a little wobbly in the lines, but hey, 3 months, things are happening, colors going in, work on your lines. That's all I'd say, really. After looking at this, I'd say, hey, this person should probably just spend a little more time on their line work. But for 3 months in, you probably are spending time on your line work. It's just only been 3 months. Unless you're that one person that, spent 2.5 weeks and is, but yeah,
amazing.
that's a unicorn there. This is cool too. It looks like this person really enjoys color and understands color and uses different colors in their color to achieve, I think maybe just a hint of black in here would have been cool. In the deepest of spots, but hey, I think it looks good. Yeah, and I think the line works pretty good here too. This is a nice thick line, and it's relatively smooth, and yeah, nice job overall. Nice job, Ollie Taylor. Love to see your work in the future. Yeah. Cool.
Next
stuff.
One's yours, Dave. It's my turn to go to the bathroom. Yeah. I've got a bladder like a peanut now.
All right,
2 minutes, mate.
Yep, go ahead, boss. All right, Andrew Ward is up next. On the smooth as my curve. Yeah, Steve, I'm going to be answering your question. I did get your question a while back. Towards the end of the stream, we're going to answer a few questions here in about 20 minutes. So if you got any tattoo-related questions that you're thinking of, hold them until about 5 minutes till we do that, and then start putting those in so that we can read them in the chat and get a few of them answered. That will be one of them, so no worries there. Hopefully the chat can help you out in the meantime. All right, Andrew Ward is up next. This is a lot of reading here. Okay, let's just, no offense, but I'm going to jump through so everybody can, who's watching we can move along. Guys, if you just joined us, give the stream a like. Really appreciate it. Let's move along. Been interested in tattoos since recently, turned 21, and Facebook. I'm trying to see anything in here that tells us how long you've been tattooing, so that way we can have a gist. Hours total in work, 32. All right, so we're not really sure here. Andrew, if you're in the chat, let us know what's going on. All right, so we're jumping. Hey, we saw this already, though. I'm pretty sure we critiqued this a week or so ago, and we talked about how these lines are, hey, man, I'm going to just come out and say it. They're busted. They're not good. You're not stretching the skin. You're not putting the needles in. They're bouncing all over the place. Hate to say it, all love. That's a hot mess.
That's better.
Okay, this too. All right,
Oh,
man. Look,
oh,
Andrew, stop tattooing people. Okay, you know what? I mean, go ahead, do what you want, right? I'm all about do what you want. Uh, but man, you're not doing anybody any favors, not helping yourself at all. Because if you get better over time, this stuff's always out there, all right? So definitely, um, this is just not all right.
not
So
cool.
if you're doing this, we need to stretch the skin. Everything is just wobbly, bouncy. So what I'm gonna say is, all right, oh man, stretch the skin, stretch the skin, stretch the skin. Get those needles into the skin. You're just bouncing off the surface. Things are barely going in. You're taking on full-on line pieces when the lines just aren't there. Do small pieces. Do small pieces. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because, unfortunately, I just don't think you spent a lot of time in the process of learning and figuring this out. You got to put a little effort in on your end, and we'll help you out. But this is, I think, just slightly irresponsible, if I'm being honest. And I feel like an obligation sometimes to be honest, bluntly honest. And these are those times when I feel like I have to be bluntly honest. And that doesn't mean any disrespect to you as a person or anything. It just means, hey, you got to stop, man. That's my thoughts. I don't know, Andy. I'll let you take a look.
I'm only going to back your thoughts up. All I would just say to you is please stop. Just get yourself some fake skin. I'm not saying stop tattoo. Get yourself some
don't
fake
stop
skin.
tattooing. Yep.
Get on fake skin. Get smaller. Take on smaller tattoos on the fake skin, and that practice. Because at the end of the day, like you said, you've got a responsibility, Dave, to say it. But the person that's tattooing somebody else has a responsibility.
Yeah.
Because these things are permanent.
Mm.
I mean, in our studio,
Yeah.
we also remove tattoos. We do tattoo laser removal. Now, how long this would take to remove using tattoo laser removal is incomprehensible. You know what I mean? This is going to take months, if not 12 months, to get shut off.
Wow.
When somebody has done that and permanently branded somebody. So I would just say, don't stop tattooing. Just invest in some fake skin. Get your stencils on, small pieces, and you're not going to just learn from it. Just enjoy the get on fake skin. Just enjoy the experience. It will come. Just keep sticking at it, but just come back off real skin. It's not fair to the client. That's not fair to the client. That's not being responsibility to your customer.
Even if this is a family member or something, you gotta know. Just and it'd be awesome to see Andrew again, to see your work on fake skin. Do some work on fake skin. Send it to us. I'm not here to beat you up. It's not like we're never gonna look at your work again. Do some on fake skin. Send it to us. Let us know. Hey guys, yada yada. I took some advice. I got off real skin. Went to some fake skin. Check my stuff out here, and we'll build you up. We'll critique you as you get on fake skin, and keep letting you know, hey, looking better, or hey, work on this, right? So let us help you and help yourself by jumping on some fake skin, right? But I have to tell you, I don't think you should be on real skin. The proper time and practice just is not there at all. And there's some people whose work's like, okay, like it's okay, we can fix that and fix that. But sometimes it's just, hey, this can't fly. You know what I mean? So if you guys are watching, give the stream a like. We're on our way to 100 likes. We're not quite there, but you know what? I think we're going to make it. So go ahead and give the stream a like. Hi, Dave. My name is Kenza. Pronounced Kenzu. Kenza. You picked the wrong person to try to get to pronounce things. Been tattooing a couple of months. Absolutely love and appreciate your channel and your opinion. Here's a couple fake skins and a couple real skins. Thanks so much. Take care always. All right. So let's start with the fake skins over here. All right. Yep. Looks like the lines just aren't quite getting saturated enough. And again, on fake skin, trying to get those lines to saturate enough can require just a little bit more pressure, maybe a little bit more voltage, a little bit more patience. So maybe try that out to get you a little bit more saturation in those lines. There's a wobble here and there, but you're on fake skin. You're practicing packing some black. It looks like this ink is just kind of splattered on there. So yeah, keep working at that. I don't know if you got anything to add to that, Andy.
Yeah, it's yeah, they're not punched in outlines, and when you can see little when you punched right in on it there, Dave, you can see striations, in line. So he's either got his machine too slow and running his hand too fast, and they're just not getting in there
Right.
at them lines. Like we keep saying, it's not a speed race. You've got to have patience to do tattooing. It's like I say, it's not a quick process. You've got to slow yourself right down. And then, like I say, they're not dark black. When it's packed dark black and he's got a load of spatter, it looks like he's had the machine cranked up, maybe.
Right.
It's just thrown the ink all over the place. But practice makes perfect. At least he's on the fake skin with this.
I agree. It's on fake skin. Things are working out. Let's see. Okay. I'll start here. We're working on with some thicker lines. We got a little bit more saturation in the lines in some of these, so that's good. This black looks pretty packed, but overall it's kind of sloppy. Okay, but excuse me, burp constantly. But improvement from the last one as far as our saturation with lines, with some of them black packed in there. Again, a little sloppy. This it's not doing it for me. I'm not really sure.
It doesn't even look like it's ink, to be fair.
It doesn't. It looks like
paint.
Painted. Yeah, it literally looks painted on. So I don't really know what to say or where to go with this.
It looks super glossy, as if it's been painted on that. No, that's not ink. If you look at that lines, that don't. No, look how it's spilled over black. That don't look like.
Yeah, this is what kind of tomfoolery are we pulling around here? Okay, I don't know what's happening.
That looks like it's painted to me. That looks it's too shiny. When it goes in skin, it don't shine like that unless you've got a ton of Vaseline on it, Dave.
I guess this is some different stuff right here. So we're gonna go to the next one because I just don't know what. Henya mask looking better. So I've seen improvement from our first one. Our last one, which was just confusing as all get out, we'll just let that one just be what it is. This one's a little bit better. Again, we're finding a bit more saturation in the lines. Still got some wonk going on, but still got some work to do. But you're on fake skin. Let's see what happens next. Okay. Yep. All right. So let's recap real quick here. It's not the greatest here. Okay. This is sloppy. Your first few tattoos on skin and you're doing really long lines, 2 of them all the way around this thing, because the inside's better. But when we go over here to the fake skin, boom, down here, it wasn't great here. Okay. I remember saying it's a little sloppy here. And if it's not looking fantastic on fake skin or pretty stinking good, it's not going to look any better on your skin. It's only going to be harder. It's only going to be trickier. And it shows. Okay. It shows.
It's rough.
Well, let's get to this one. All right. This one is better, but still don't be doing. This is a large tattoo. It's a large tattoo. If your work on fake skin's not the greatest, and you're gonna, you're hard pressed to do something on some skin, do it smaller. If you can get a crisp tattoo this big, then keep doing them and maybe enlarge it and try a little stuff, put a little shading in this big, right? Don't do this big. Don't go this big. Why are you doing that? Why? Get to that later. Let your skills improve. Make a crisp small tattoo. I didn't do this. Okay. I made these mistakes that are you making right here. Or you'll see it in my old work. You'll see it in some of my old videos. I wasn't I wasn't doing things properly. So I'm trying to share that with you. Do smaller pieces. You got anything left on this one, Andy?
No, it's like I say, if you got it smaller, worked in a smaller space, that's taken up a lot of real estate on somebody's leg as that. I'm not saying
it's much better.
It's better than the ones that we've seen previous. But if you'd have done it smaller, then if you pull in a straight line that's this big, instead of pulling a straight line that's that big, it's going to be easier for you and it's going to look better. So like I said, start small, work your way up. It is better than what we've previously seen. So it does look to be going in the right direction, but
absolutely
don't run before you can walk.
Great words. Yeah, don't run before you can walk. Like I said, trying to keep you guys from making the mistakes that I made along the way. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right, just a couple I've been working on. Any pointers would be great. Hey, Al, great to have you, bro. All right. Hey, I'm looking good, man. We've been watching your progression along the way, and that's what's cool too. Just caveat: if you're continuing, you send work in, it's cool to see your work along the way, right? So we know, hey, things aren't perfect, but wow, check that out. What an improvement. This is looking better. That's looking better. So it's fun to see different people's work and their progression along the way because we're all learning. We're all moving at different paces and everything. I like these little pandas. Let's see here. Yeah, the lining's not bad. You know, got a little wobble here and there. I like the two-tone color in the leaves. Simple, but nice. Browns in here. Yeah, it's not a bad piece. I like the light shading you have in here. Maybe a little bit more heavy black in certain spots. What do you think, Andy? Go ahead.
Yeah, are they perfect? No. Are we all perfect? No. Are they legible? Yes.
Yes.
Are they horrible? No, they're not horrible. They read well. Like you said, could they do with a little bit more dark in them?
Sure.
Yes, just to punch them out. But they're nice. The nice pieces. Actually,
Right.
quite like these pieces because they read so well. They're not overly done.
Right.
And these are pieces that if these had been done on somebody's skin, because they're not overly done, that at a later date, if you thought to yourself, as you got better, you thought to yourself, I could just go back in there and alter. Easily done. Easily done. Just nip back in and just put a little bit in. But these are not horrible pieces. They read nice. They do read really nice, these.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yep, there's some things you could work on, sure. I think maybe if anything, because I forget, I mean, it's sent it for us just to talk about. I guess the lines could still use a little bit of work, right? But overall, the shading is nice. You have some soft shading, some mid shading, a little bit of dark shading. Like Andy said, it's readable. The color work has improved. Maybe just keep honing in on those lines, though. Believe me, I still try to hone in on them too. But thanks for sending that in, Al. It's always cool to see the progression along the way. All right, guys, give the stream a like. Have we met our goal of 100? Not quite. We are getting close. Don't be alarmed if we hit it and I raise it again. Dirty dog. This is month 3 of my tattoo journey. I love watching your videos and they help all the time. This is my first full shaded black and gray tattoo and my first time with stipple shading. Please let me know what you think. That's a lot of stipple shading. And it is hard to read, and maybe because I don't know this medium or like what this character is, but hard to read. I'm not sure. Okay, all right. Where do we go here?
Overly done.
Yeah, the lining is kind of like a scratch. You kind of tell, when it's just put in and put in and put in, and you just kind of keep going down. Some are good, some are a little, and then the shading is overly stipple shading, stipple shaded, and it's hard to read. Get some values in there. Put some more blacks in there. It's cool that you figured out how to do this effect. You got this effect working in your favor, but now you got to get your shades going. Did you draw this? Did you shade this? Those kind of things are really going to help you. If you got a drawing sitting right next to you of what you just did, that's going to help big time. But yeah, I'll let Andy go ahead, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with stipple shading, whip shading, that people think they've got to put loads and loads. What you've got to realize with whip shading, stipple shading, is it's a token gesture when you're putting it in. You're not completely filling an area with it. You're just highlighting certain areas with whip shading of different depths and different values. If you're putting this much whip shading in, you might as well just done as a full shade, soft shaded it fully.
Right.
Putting this much in, rather than spending all this time whip shading. Obviously, by the time he's got to end of this piece, he knows how to do whip shading. But there's way too much whip shading. It's just subtle highlights of shading. People seem to be going OTT and putting way too much of it in. And like you say, I don't actually know what this is meant to be, characters meant to be, or anything. So it's not helping there.
Yeah.
But
But like Smoke says, at least they're on fake skin, right? I mean, that's the key too.
that's the key. That
the
is the
key
main
too.
key.
Yep.
You're not permanently marking somebody up while you're learning.
Exactly. And I hope that that bit of information helps you out, John. That's literally what it's all about. We're going to go through a few more, and then guys, start thinking if you got any questions. And if we can answer it, we will. If I can't, if Andy can't, we'll just tell you we don't know. Me and my wife subscribe to your channel. Enjoy your stuff. I'm sending some of my work for you to give feedback on, as I've been working for almost a year now in my spare time. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I like this a bit. And I think this might look even better healed when these reds turn into the nice soft shades they're going to be. I think that it's weird to say. It's just I like it, right? I do like it, and I like that the different hair we have different levels. Like you can see that it looks like the hair is actually coming out in some spots. So cool. A lot of things are cool. It does come off just a little bit sloppy in some spots, but it might be intentional. It might be. I'm not sure what the reference looks like. And then as far as the lines go, I mean, clearly you have the ability to shade, and you understand where, you got the artisticness in the blood. But maybe take some time and work on your lines a little bit, because that's a fundamental that you'll want to work on and want to have and be able to lean back on when you need it. And I can see that the rest is mapped in here, so you can go back and work on it later, which is cool. Yeah, but the lining around the outside is rough in some spots. It's deep, it's shaky, it's here and there. So maybe spend a little bit of time working on your lines, whether it be on fake skin or part of your leg or something, wherever. Get comfortable, try to figure that out. And then, this would be cool to see healed out. If you get an opportunity to finish this, or when this heals, send it back. I'd love to take a look at it and see how it all works out. I don't know if you got anything on this one, Andy.
No, it's like I say, it's the shading in the face off the cheeks is smooth. It's got that nailed. It's super smooth. Just down here, I don't know what's happened. It does.
Yeah, here.
Because obviously this piece is not finished.
Right.
I mean, these lines around it, and I think what's not helping it is because it's not finished. Because look of it, there's some sort of hood to go around it. Now, I understand that he's put the lines in as just to keep his stencil there to mark out for another sitting.
Right.
But at this point, if he'd used a light grey wash instead of a black to mark that stencil out,
right,
that'd been a perfect opportunity to practice your lining.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
for sure.
Get a light grey wash in there to map your stencil out. Pull them lines in nice and neat with it. Just practice, because at the end of the day, you're going to go back in and cover them up. And I think this piece will actually probably come together when he's finished the hood.
Yeah. I'd like to see more up here, because
it'll bring
forehead
the face
looks
in.
big.
It does. Whether it wants a bit more hair, but
Yeah.
it'd even be at the top. You could even cut the hood over and drop that down a little bit further to get rid of some of that.
True.
I don't think the face is horrible. I mean, this shading off the cheek here is really nice.
Right here.
It's smooth. It's really smooth. Is that? Like I say, a few issues. You should, like I say, and just around the outside. If you could have just picked up a really light grey wash and just practiced his line work through there and just kept his stencil that way.
Yeah, and guys, if you're curious, so you do have a video.
It'd be nice to see this finished.
Last couple of weeks ago, I think we did a video on talking about gray lines, right? Showed you kind of what the different gray lines look like, healed versus fresh. So if you want to dip into like a 1 drop and line this out for the future, so you have this, we kind of gives you an idea of what that looks like. You can check that out on the channel if you're curious about that. But yeah, I'd love to see the when it's done for sure. All right, next piece. Oh, okay, this looks nice too. All right. Again, our lines are, not like you have to have them in this piece, because you can get away with kind of, just kind of sketching them in there almost. But the shading, I really do like it, especially for how long I think you said you were at this for. The shading's looking good. Again, just work on that line work, because clearly you understand how things should look shading wise, Yeah. Yeah, so definitely some line work.
Like I say, it's pulled it off. It's pulled the look off, like I say.
Oh, absolutely. I
Couple of
like it.
lines, but it's the style of tattoo that it is. You do get away with it. You can get away with having scratchy lines, sketchy lines in
Absolutely.
some tattoos. It does work. Whereas some others, like traditional stuff like that, you must have a crisp bowl line. But then again, that's just back down to fundamentals.
Right.
But it works. He knows where his lights and his darks are going.
Yep, I agree. I agree. Oops. I agree. He does definitely knows where, yeah, like you said, where his lights and darks goes. The shades look nice. I happen to really like this piece right here, and it's healed. And the grays are smooth. I like them, you know. Yeah, this is a nice piece. And I see a few lines, and they don't look bad. So maybe there's some, you know, maybe it's improving, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's take a look at this one here. Yeah. Yeah, I do see some more lines, and they're looking a little bit better. That's cool. I like that piece.
Yep.
I do like that piece. Nice job.
Yep.
Nice job.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a healed and a little fresh. This is cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, lining is getting better. We're seeing a few lines tucked here and there, and they're looking all right. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like. Yep.
Liking the composition as well.
Right. Right. And all right. Let's see. Okay. So. Yeah, this is okay, but maybe this is older, I'm hoping, because it seemed like you were making some improvements there, and then we kind of starting to see back to the little bit of a sketchy bits in the lines, but a lot of nice things still happening. Just not the biggest fan of the overall look of that one. Ooh. Yeah. Not bad. I'm looking at the I'm just gonna scroll through these quick so we can get to a couple more, because I can tell that overall this person knows what they're doing shading wise.
Yep.
And this is really cool in here.
I like that.
I do too. Yeah,
I
do too. I think the lining is gonna come with time. If you get a chance, just keep, you know, every opportunity you get, like in one of these, you know, work on your lining here and there. And I think it's just gonna improve over time, because the pieces as a whole look very nice. Very nice. Brandon, thank you for sending those in. We're going to do, gosh, I hate the fact that there's so many emails and we're not even going to get close to getting through all of them. Gosh, it's like I'll never make it. Do you guys still want to ask questions, or do you want us to keep going? There's 30 minutes left. I'm sure a few of you obviously will probably want us to keep going, but if you got some questions, let me know. We'll try to answer those. Or we can, and if you got a question, get it in. We'll answer it. We'll try to do one more. Answer a question, do one more, maybe we'll do a little bounce back and forth. I do have one question after this one, and we'll move on. All right. I've been tattooing for about 8 months now, and I would love your opinion. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. You know, it's right on the hairy line between being not enough skin break and just enough skin break, in my opinion. I'd almost like a little bit more skin. Again, that's personal. Because I do really like this dark black going around the outside, a little bit of stipple shading in the inside. Yeah, lines look okay. It's a pretty sweet little piece. What do you? Yeah.
You see, that works for me. I like that. All I'd liked on that is it rose just in the darker crevices, just a tiny little bit more deep. That'd have just balanced it right off for me.
Right.
But that's personal choice again.
That's
just like you say. That's just artist interpretation. They're just giving it a bit more of a traditional feel to have that super dark in the back edge of the petals on the rose. But like I say, that's just my preference.
Yep. Let me see. 8 months. So 8 months, you know what I mean? That's not a ton of time. But yeah, go ahead.
Doing well. 8 months in.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Definitely in the right direction.
Right, and everybody's going to tell you what you should be doing at 8 months, you know, but everybody's different. Everybody's skill level is different. This looks decent. This butterfly looks nice. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Got some lines look okay. We got a little bit of whites popping in the right spots, some smooth shading. Not bad. Not bad.
Yep, clean.
Yeah.
It's a clean piece.
I think so. The rose over here is all right. I actually like, well, a lot of times I do like the style of going around a piece with a bold line. That looks pretty decent. There's some black, some soft shading here. I wish there was maybe a little something here. We lose it a little bit just right here, just a little bit right here, but it's not that big a deal. The mom looks all right. This thin line is a little shaky, but it's a thin line. It's kind of hard to do. Funny enough, they will probably heal out a little bit smoother than it looks here. Thank God for black and gray healing sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. What you think? Good?
Yep. It's not. Right. It's not an awful piece.
No, I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. Yeah. I bet you the client is happy with it. I would, you know, it looks.
We've all got faults.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. Like I say, you've zoomed away from that now, and it's
spot on.
It looks spot on.
Absolutely.
Clean. We can get on top of anybody's work.
Oh, and that's the truth. Because look how far we can zoom in.
Yeah. You get within inches of anybody's work.
Yeah.
And you'll rip it. You'll rip it to pieces.
Mine all day long. All day long.
Do you know something, Dave? The easiest thing to do is rip people's work to bits.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But nobody gets anywhere. Nobody gets it.
It's not beneficial.
There's only been a couple pieces and only one today that has been, you know, we've pretty much had to say, I'm sorry. There's just nothing we can do here. You need to stop, you know. But these look good. 8 months in. This is nice. This is nice. The fake skin is nice. Keep going, right? Nice job. Nice job. Okay, guys, if you're watching, give the video a like. I'd really appreciate it. Right here, Kyle says, let me share this one.
Even Nico
said that you can find flaws in anyone's work by zooming in enough. And that is so true. So true. One of these days, I want to do a video like this, only instead of critiquing other people's work, I'm going to show my own work. And I really hope that my clients don't watch, because then they're going to start looking at their tattoo like, wait a second. What the what? But I am. Right. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to zoom in and show you. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a wobble there. That's a line there. That's a shade that should be lighter. That's a this. That's that. We're going to do it because I think it'd be good for everybody, you know? So again, yeah. Yep. It's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes. So don't take anything personal. Just trying to help.
Like you say, you get fed up with people saying perfect this, perfect that, perfect other. It's
Yep, for sure. And
it's not 100% perfect.
No, there's some really great pieces. There's some people that you might try. You'll have to zoom in and look real hard, but you might find one. Yep. And I think we're gonna do this one more, and then we'll answer a question, and we'll try to do maybe another one or something. Only a handful of pieces done. Most of my practice has come from your videos. Been at it for 6 months. Currently a Marine, going through 5th year in. All right. Tear me apart if you feel the need. Rose was the most recent one. Hat was 2 weeks ago. Last was 4 months ago. Well, got some barracks tattooing going on here. Thank you for your service, man. It's a rough time, I think, to be serving. A lot of things going on in the world. So thank you for that. And 5 years. 5 years. Not bad. Okay. You know, we got some line inconsistencies here. I got some yellow that's going to be, you know, solid in some spots, a little lighter than others. But I don't really know how to feel about this one. I'm not really sure.
I mean, is it a bit tonal? Yes. Is there got some line? Has it got flaws in lines? Yes. Is it as bad as the one that we're seeing?
Right.
A fair few. No. Does he still want work? Does he still need to practice? Yes. But just needs to play around more. Just look at your own work, play around more, work on your line work, introduce a few more colours, introduce a bit more solid black into shading. Could have done a little bit, just make it darker around outsides, give it a bit more curvature, a bit more 3D appeal.
Right, it's a little flat. Flat.
Packing the yellow, like you said, Dave, packing yellow, any light colour sucks. You've got to just follow your instinct, slow, steady. I usually back my machine down a little bit, slow and steady, and trust what you're doing. Let it rest, come back to it, check it over. If there's a touch up here and there, just touch it up here and there. Don't blast over the complete lot of it again, trying to repack all the yellow in, because you're just going to chew your skin up to mincemeat.
Yep. And then when this heals, it would be cool if you want to like just, you know, have it be a little more poppy, a little more is like I say with a lot of pieces, you can definitely take about like a 9-round shader or something and just buzz around the outside. Practice on some fake skin with that 9-round shader and whatnot, get comfortable, what have you. But you can always bust in a real bold outline around the outside and a few other spots and kind of give it a little bit more character that way, you know, and just bring it home. Yeah, kind of like this, only this not quite as thick, you know. When in doubt, sage it out. Well, yeah, when in doubt, sage it out. You know, I don't know. It's not quite the greatest. The line work needs some help, clearly. But you know, it's not all blown out though. So there's a plus, you know. I think your line depth might be in the right spot, right? It's just getting it to be smoother, I think might be the issue here. And doing these really thick lines probably help, clean some stuff up, but it does make it a little confusing to look at.
They overpower it.
Yeah, a little bit too bold all over the place. Yeah. Okay. You know,
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Well, other than, like I said, me obvious, there's a few more colour, but I ain't even going to go down that one because, you know, this one, compared to some of this one's quite clean. The green could be packed in a little bit better. There's a few holidays here and there, but take a step back and look at it. It's a vast improvement, shall I say, to the other two, and it reads well. As a sticker tattoo, it reads well. Is it the best sticker tattoo? No. Like I said, could have had a few more colours in with it, but it's clean. David's clean.
Yep, I think so.
The thick outline works for this, whether it's intentional or unintentional, because he's made some mistakes, but he's gone back in with a thicker outline. It still works for this one.
Yeah, I agree. It is because the inside is so bold in black in these spots.
Yeah.
The outline, whether like you said, it was sculpted, intent, whatever. When this flat color goes in there, it actually doesn't look bad because it has some sort of black there. And you might be going like, well, he didn't shade his, and you gave the other guy some. Well, it's different. Again, that's because it's a bold, thick lining in here, which reads well, reads through the red, and you know, it was a style choice. It was a style choice, you know. Yeah, I think it looks cool. So, you know, I think it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but you're definitely going in a good direction, Apathy. For 6 months in, for sure. You know, definitely see things moving. 5th year in, so let's see. You're probably on your 2nd contract. We got a few more years left, unless you did an extension. So keep practicing while you're there. Don't get in trouble. Don't let them find. You know what I mean? Be smart here, okay? And then when you get out, maybe that'd be a path for you, man. So thank you for sending these in, man. Okay. What kind of question? Do we have a question? Does anybody have a question for myself and Andy that we might be able to help you out with? Okay. Let's get a question in here. I'm going to go ahead and just look at this next piece while a question comes in. And if we see one, just kind of tag it or remember it or whatnot. Hey, what's up, man? Been watching you for a little bit now, and I've learned a lot. The tattoos aren't in order, but the gloves in the last one I did also. I'm still trying. Rose, I did on my ankle. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've seen this imagery a lot. This is a different style from the last ones we've seen. I like the stimpling that's going on here. I think this is a great way to put your art in without having to like really do too much with lining. There are a few lines, and where I do see them, they're actually pretty crisp, you know, as we can see here and there. I would love to see a bit more black, actually. A bit more black, and that would really pop some stuff, you know what I mean? So anyhow, when in shading, do you prefer? All right, we'll just answer questions while we have this one up. It looks like, oh, there's a few. Question, can you guys talk about how to reapply a stencil back on and oh, it's moving away. Let's throw it on the stream.
Regards to a multiple sessioned tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, usually I don't reapply. I usually make sure I've got leave enough space on back end that I'll go get a really light grey wash and make sure my stencil's lined with a really light grey wash, so that it's permanently there.
So that, yeah, that is a great way to do it.
They never line up properly.
Yeah, and it is a pain in the butt. If you ever wonder, because I know you guys have seen them out there where it's like, or they're peeling the stencil off for their second session. You can clearly tell that this was all done like a printer up to here, and then you have this added on to that. I do a 99.9% of the time exactly what Andy said. Like you're going, if you're trying to render the whole thing up and you realize, oh shoot, this client's, you got to read your client. How much? Oh, they're not going to make it. Okay, stop what I'm doing, bail on all that, dip into that really light gray or whatever you got to do, and start getting enough, whatever you need, lines in, whatever, so you can work this on the next session. If you cannot do that, then you're going to have to put in the dedication of printing the stencil, marking it everywhere, mark it here, mark it there. I put a piece of tape, I lift it, I get it where I want it, I mark it, stencil stuff on or whatever, boom, lay it, pray to God, lift it back up. It didn't work. Quickly wipe the whole thing off. Do it again. If that stencil gets muddy and you can't use it anymore, you got to make another one or print another one or whatever. It's over and over until you can get the stencil laid back on. And my opinion is, a couple times I've tried to work with stencils that weren't quite right, and you pay for that later on with stress and everything, trying to work it out. So either line that sucker like Andy said, or put in the time to put the stencil on as many times as it takes.
Well, this one you've got on screen here, I'll just jump in on this one. This one you've got on screen here, I actually like this, Dave.
Oh, this piece?
Because this reminds me of a charcoal sketch done on, like a coarse paper. And I actually like this style, and it really works for me. Does this one?
Yeah,
I actually really like this piece done like this, left quite coarse, and grainy and whipped out.
Yeah,
I'm actually quite digging it.
It's cool, huh?
It just gives me that like rough textured charcoal sketch finish, and I actually dig it. I actually really don't dig it.
I agree. I do like it too, and I really think if just a tiny bit more black would just almost enhance it just a little bit more. But
yeah,
it is a nice piece. I like that they consistently did the stippling all the way through it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is cool too. We're using a small liner, and it's staying pretty smooth. For a small line, it's a little bit tricky. You can see a bit more of the wobbles, and there's a little bit, but again, we're zoomed in. All right, I do have some people asking about shaders. What is the question? I prefer, again, I'm not sure exactly what shaders have their uses, but I wouldn't really shade with them as much as I would with a matte. Yes. Okay. Kyle brings up a fantastic point. And I think I had a question over here I had saved. Somebody sent me, and I wanted to get back to them. I think, I'm just curious how often you use round shaders versus curved mags. I'm self-teaching myself via YouTube and lots of practice. The reason I ask is I just can't seem to get as smooth shading with round shaders than curved mags. Well, I mean, there is no doubt about that. You're going to have a much harder time, in my opinion, getting smooth shading with a round shader. They call it a round shader, and this is, again, a lot of what I'm saying is all just from personal opinions and thoughts. I think they should probably call it a round packer, in my opinion, because I don't use round shaders a lot for shading, actually, unless you're going to do some, again, opinion orientated here, some stimpling, right? And you want like a nice thick, fat stimple effect, then maybe use a round shader. But I use round shaders for lining. The difference between a liner and round shader, for the most part, is a round shader is just got a little bit of space in between the needles, right? A liner is going to be like this, whereas if this was a 5-round liner, it's like this. A 5-round shader is going to be like this, right? There's a little space in between them. You can shade with them, but if we'll take these paint brushes, right? So we got a paint brush is a lot like a mag, all right? So with this, you treat it like a mag. You treat this as like the paintbrush is like a mag, whereas this is more like a round shader. It's a lot smaller. It'd probably be even more small. So nonetheless, if you're having a hard time shading with a round shader, it's to be expected, in my opinion. Stick with curved mags for smooth shading. They're going to give you the smooth shading. Round shaders, I like them for packing color, for getting different line weights, but I don't really use them for shading. I just would rather use a tiny mag if that's what I need, or a small liner needle and do some simple effects. That's my opinion. Andy, I don't know what you think.
I don't really use round shaders.
Right.
I really class a round shader in the same category as an open round liner, and I basically all I do is line with a round shader.
Yeah.
Mags, I use a mag.
Yes.
If I can't get it flat, I'll get it curve. Yeah, I don't use a flat mag. Always use curve mags.
Absolutely.
And I'll be honest, like I've said to you before, when we've not been on there, Dave, I always use 10s. I don't bother with the standards on my mags, even when I'm packing colour. If I've got a tight area, I'll turn my mag on its side. I'll use the very corner of it.
Absolutely.
Just work it, just run it out. But yeah, I only really use round shaders for line. If I want a heavy line.
I agree too. And a curved mag is really the best to use. You get less streaking. It's just all around going to give you a better look. And again, round shaders, like Andy said, pretty much just use them for lining or whatnot. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Excuse me again. All right, guys, let me know if you have any other questions. Put them in the chat. We'll stop and answer that as we move along. Okay. So we're still looking at these pieces. Again, this is not too bad. Oh, okay.
No, it's.
I see some. Yeah, this is a tough.
There's some blowouts on there.
Yeah, there is, and this is a tough place because you got collarbone there. So right here, you're like, oh, this isn't bad, and then you get to here, and it's like, oh no, what happened? And then you're here. So it's constantly changing up in this general. I can't probably see me up in this general region. I always go a little gentle here. I'll kind of, if I'm sculpting a line, it's going to be in certain areas where it's bony, and I'll just kind of pull a little, get a feel for it, but light and soft, and then slowly build it up. That's just me. That's my advice. 14 round shader is fun. Yes, Zach, they are fun, actually.
18's even better.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Ooh, we got a lot of blowouts. This is a case of using way too small of a liner, causing it to just slip right in the skin and blow lines out. Yep. All right. Well, I hope that helps you out, my friend. We're going to jump to Aaron. All right, Aaron Graves. Hey, I'm sending a few tats I've done. I have started about 2 years ago on the side as I work for a hospital and recently switched jobs. So here goes nothing. The first one was the first flower I attempted. The second one is a G I don't even know, patch G. Okay. Memorial to her husband, the tree of life, blah, blah, blah. Sadly, man died 2 weeks. Oh, okay. All right. That's sad to hear. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see if it'll let me zoom in. Okay. Before I go into too much, I kind of like the center a little bit. It has a bit of a realistic look, but the lining is where we get really kind of sketched out. Again, I think we're using just too small of a liner. Again, it seems to be the issue is you order the kits and they come with like a batch of needles, and most of them, I don't know why they send the tiniest ones, probably because they're the cheapest to manufacture. Yeah, 3s and 5s, and you end up not getting the result you want. So you go over and over and over, and it gets scratchy, and then you blow lines out, and then you're still trying to figure out how to stretch the skin. So it can definitely be tricky. Anything you want to add here, Andy?
No, it's like you say, it's line work on this one. It's just needs 7 round liner to work better on this. You know what I mean? Like you say, you zoomed in on areas. It looks like he's almost coloured the lining, to get it to go there, because he'd probably use a 3-round liner and have to do a double pass to get the thickness on it. But it's.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, and you know what I mean? Again, from here, we're zoomed in again. You can definitely see the imperfections, but you can still kind of see them out here. So again, lining, got a little bit of work. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. A lot going on here. A lot going on. Interesting. I like to see the reference because I'm not really sure. But the black looks pretty saturated, meaning that this black is in there pretty good. The color seems to be pretty well saturated. Decent saturation in the orange, the tree. Oh my, excuse me. The words, but it's just a little bit sloppy, you know, and I think that's going to come down to just getting a little bit of smoother of a line in there, stretching the skin a little bit more, trying to use a bit of a larger needle. These are things I think will help you out. And same down here, the wrist, it's a little tricky, you know, the skin's a little wonky, and it shows that a little bit here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Again, guys, if you have any questions, get those in. Let us know. Anything we can help you out with, any advice, whatever, let us know. We'll do our best to answer those. Again, if you're watching the stream, we only got a little bit longer left. If you could give the stream a like, much appreciated, guys. Definitely helps the channel out, helps the video out, blah, blah, blah. Again, I think we're going to suffer from the same stuff here. I really would just, you know, really hone in on the line work, because it's, if you're seeing the same thing over and over in each piece, then that's kind of your sign. That's you to kind of slow down, take a step back, you know, and just work on those things, because it's a little sloppy, you know, the circle going around the outside. It's a bold move when you're trying to learn how to do lines. And yeah, so kind of
Circles and fine needles when you're learning.
Yeah.
Not a good combo.
Yeah.
Not a good combo at all.
I agree. Let's see. Anything going on? Fine lines are okay if you know. All right. Jumping to the next one.
What people on about numbing cream?
Numbing cream. Yeah.
I tell people on a regular basis with numbing cream, and I don't have no problem. It's just all down. It's all down to how you clean it off. And it's got to spend the time cleaning it off. Combination of alcohol and green soap, and I don't have any problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Have you had any issues with people applying it incorrectly?
Yes, even down to the point that I'll tell them how to apply it, and they will actually take it off and wash it off themselves before they travel to the studio. And then wonder why it hasn't worked properly, or it hasn't lasted as long.
Oh man!
Or people say, I've put it on, I've put numbing cream on, and they come and the area's not covered up. It's not in cling film or saran wrap or all like that. It's like, well, yeah, not good.
Yeah, I think it's best that if you're let your clients know if they're gonna use numbing cream, just to give you a heads up, let you know when they get there or something, just so you're all aware. I don't like being thrown off. I like to know something seems off. It's all right. You're going to put numbing cream on. If you even want to let them know in advance, you can. I think every little bit kind of helps, in my opinion.
Yep.
Let's see. Right here, I have somebody asked, did you ever use a Viking by Dynamic Color? The answer to that is an easy no. I have not used Viking by Dynamic. No, I've got some Viking products, and I gave some of those products away in the channel and whatnot, but then they made a merger with Dynamic not that long ago, and no, I haven't used those. But apparently in Europe, we got some new laws, so they needed to change their color ingredients. Yeah, I heard about that law issue. You can probably speak on that more.
Yeah, I think it was 4th of January. It just come in, from what I understand, because obviously I'm in UK,
right?
And it hasn't affected us. Were it something like 4th of January? All of a sudden, the banned colour because of some of the ingredients. I think it were mainly to do with the isopropyl alcohol content in it. And manufacturers were scrambling like nobody's business then to reformulate them to get them back on market. And a lot of them now are back on, because you've got EU REACH compliant now. They are. They're back on the market. Hellishly expensive. Whereas used to get an ounce, like here in UK, I could probably get an ounce bottle for £15, whatever it is. I think now with EU REACH compliant, it's something like half an ounce bottle for, say, £25.
Oh man!
Yeah, wow. Because some of them, is it world famous? Somebody might correct me. Is it world famous with new EU reach compliant? Are they lifelong?
I heard they were like one of the first people, right?
Yeah, but they also, one of them's offering, one of the manufacturers has offered the new EU reach compliant as lifelong due to the ingredients in it, whereas a lot of inks now obviously have an expiration date. They're advertising them as lifelong.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. This person, Zach, yes, I use Star Bright White. And gosh, the other day I remembered who put me on it and I forgot it already. Got it. Oh, I'm going to write his name down. But anyhow, yes, I use Star Bright White and then Star Bright mixing for white. Yeah, that's what I use. Everybody uses different stuff, clearly. I want to try the Triple White by Dynamic. I might try that out soon. Hey, guys, this Tuesday, video coming out. It's a short one. It's only 3.5, 4 minutes long. I tattooed Dynamic Black Standard and Dynamic Black Triple Black on my legs. Let it heal. Let you guys decide what you think the difference is. And the big question is it worth changing your setup? Is it worth going from Dynamic to Triple Black? You decide. You decide. I'm not going to let you know now. Let you guys watch that video and let me know. All right. Let's see. What else we guys see? Anything else out here, Andy?
No, in a minute.
Okay. Then I think we're going to jump in and take a look at this next tattoo. Christine Chavez. Christine Chavez. Come on. All right, guys. We're going to do about 15 more minutes. Hey, my name is Christine. I'm self-taught and have been tattooing for about 2 years now. I've been following your channel and really appreciate all you're doing to help. Any advice is appreciated. Garlic piece is my latest. All right. IG Tina's.tattoos. All right, sir. Most recent one. Clean. I like it. I got no complaints here. Clean little tattoo. Nice little bit of gray shading. Done. No, not overly done. Simplistic. On the money. Nice job. All right. So I think the same thing's going to apply here. Clean little tattoo. If I were to say anything about it, it would just be subjective to what I prefer, right? So from a execution standpoint, I think it looks nice. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, like I say, from a stand back point, it's nice. Only thing I'd like to have seen would probably just a little bit, sound like you know, a little bit more richer black just in back corners of some stuff.
Right.
Just to separate a few areas. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's perfectly legible. It it would have just give the tattoo that extra dimension. Extra. Yeah, just that little bit of extra, rather than it being more tonal, monotone.
Right.
It would have just pushed it about a little bit.
Yep, but a little bit in these, just right around here, right around in these.
Yeah, there's a little bit in line work here and there. There's a couple of little pieces, but hey, what am I to say? We've all got them.
I feel you. Oh, this is a cool little piece.
I like it.
I like it too. It's just cool. I like it. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool piece. Pink looks pretty good in there. Right on. I actually like this little egg right here. I don't know why. All right. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff, Christina. Awesome. All right. Anybody got a question? I don't see any. I'm sorry if I miss yours, guys. Have you ever used Millennium Moms Tattoo Ink? I don't know. You might be asking somebody in the chat. No, I've never used Millennium Moms. I like industrial inks. All right, cool. I use. All right. Just double checking. We're gonna jump in and do Sarah, and then we'll jump back in there. Just for the record, guys, as far as when it comes to Stencil products, I did a video about testing out a bunch of Stencil products, and that's tricky because we didn't let products stay on the skin for as long as they should have. Yada. I was just kind of giving you guys a gist. But there's a few products I use. I use Stencil stuff, Electrum, and Nico Hurtado's Anchored. And for the longest time, I've been using Stencil stuff. And I use Electrum every once in a while because it was a little more sticky. So if I had a stencil wrapping a bit more, I'd use just a little bit of that because it tended, once you placed it, it stuck a little bit better so you could continue working. But the problem I have with Electrum is it always made the lines uncrisp. It would just kind of blur them out a little bit, and it just drove me nuts. And Anchored always felt kind of like Stencil stuff. So I thought, screw it, I'll just continue using Stencil stuff. But I used Anchored a couple times just because it was out on my desk. I don't remember why, right? So I just used it a couple times, and I found that it's the best of both worlds almost. I've noticed that it sticks, when it's going around the arm. And yeah, I've just started using that. I know I'm always pushing Stencil stuff, and I still will because it's just a good all-around product. But I think I underestimated Anchored a little bit because I get the same result from Stencil stuff as far as quality, but I get a little bit of a stickage, if you know what I mean. Like it sticks a little bit. That paper sticks there. And yeah, anyhow, I just thought I'd share that.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Enough of me blabbing. I've been tattooing for about 4 months, only every other weekend or so. Learned a lot from your videos and appreciate all your shared knowledge. I'd love to hear your feedback, Sarah. All right, here we go. I like this, Sarah. I like this. I think this looks clean, Andy. I mean, like you said, I can surely
I'm not
zoom
really
in.
going to pick on it.
Nah, I'm not even going to zoom in. Nah. Yeah.
It'd be unfair to zoom in on this. It is what it is. It's a line drawing.
Yeah.
And it's this piece and this style of piece is going to show faults up in anybody's work.
Yeah.
From a mile away. But stood from here, looking at my screen, it'd be unfair. It'd be really, really unfair to zoom in, Dave.
I think so.
Pick on it. It's clean. It reads well. I like it.
It does. It does. It's not bad there. Somebody asked about turbos. I heard before you use shader for thick lines. I use a lot of turbo liners in the past, but found don't feel comfortable. Would you recommend using round shaders instead? I never used a turbo liner.
I've never used a turbo liner.
Yeah, but I would definitely recommend using a round shader for thicker lines. Maybe practice with it a little bit. And that's, again, I have no problem pulling on some fake skin real quick, running a few lines, being like, okay, I get how that's supposed to look, and yada, yada. So maybe try that out. But yeah, definitely round shaders for thicker liners for thicker lines, definitely a way to go. Yep. All right, little cat, not bad. I'm just kind of move kind of quickly, guys. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. I mean, some of these lines could use a little, maybe a slowdown. Maybe they're moving a little fast. Got a little wobble here and there, but it's not. It's from here, not bad. Color's okay.
Great.
Yeah, it's not bad. This one, I think we're going backwards here because the lines
are bad. It's a bit undersaturated.
For sure. Definitely. Oh, hey, wait, what? Hey.
That was your last comment.
What did they say?
But line's pretty clean on this.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad
at all. It's clean.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well,
for sure. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? At first I thought, oh, geez, but I do actually like some of these color blends here.
Yeah.
They brought that down in and out. I don't know. It's all right. Oh, okay. A little bit of wonky lines on this one, but we had a lot to look at, and overall looking pretty dang good. We got some issues here and there, but we could already be, and those could have been older issues, and you're moving on. No big deal. I'll ask again. Hey, sorry, Kyle. Did you ask a question, my friend? I'm sure how to transition. Okay, right. I'm curious how to transition, or if anybody had a direction they go from that style. I think I did see your question for just a second. It was about transitioning from, I think, realism to color realism. And I don't know how to make that transition. I will tell you how I am making, I guess we'll call it a transition. I'm just trying to learn a bit of everything. As I'm still learning black and gray, and I'm trying to improve my skills in black and gray, but I also get clients who want color, and I'm enjoying that process too. And I go back and forth. But I think if you just want to have like a smooth transition, is to maybe just work on doing some simple color pieces, some like blocky color, if you will, or whatnot, and then just slowly go that way. Because I think some of the pieces I'm going to be working on soon will be like some cartoon color pieces. I might have to work on putting a little bit of flesh tones in a face, but it's easier when I'm working on, I can learn my flesh tones a little bit on like some like cartoony characters, right? And hopefully I can learn a few things and maybe as time goes on, apply that towards some color realism, but I'm nowhere near any sort of color realism, so I'm not really sure exactly how you would make that transition. I don't know if you have anything to share, Andy, but
it's you see, black and grey realism and color realism are two completely different entities. Basically, black and grey, you're working with shades, tones. That's it. That's all you've got to learn. You're transitioning into color realisms. You've got to know how your colours work, blending them colours, how your colours are going to fit in you, not just on your skin, but with anything. If you're working with alcohol markers, or whether you're working with coloured pencil, or whether you're working with pastels, your best thing to work on paper is in a realism for tattooing is either an alcohol marker or a soft pastel pencil, because they blend like you can blend the colours in the skin. But it's going to whichever, if you're wanting to transition from black and grey into colour, it's going to take a lot of work. The best thing I can say is practice on paper.
Right.
Draw yourself one picture in black and grey, and then now you're going to have to take the same reference but draw it in colour. It's so hard. It's so hard. Is colour realism, and I take my hats off to people. I see these people on YouTube, and they're there doing it. They're like this with coloured pencils, and all of a sudden it's like a bloody photo that comes out. And it's like,
right.
I don't even comprehend how they've done it.
Yeah.
So to actually take that, be able to take what they do and put it in skin, it's a lot of people that do find that fine colour realism in skin. I've noticed a lot have come from a fine art background and taken tattooing up.
Yeah.
So
I think he's a painter. So I think honestly, just I don't come from a painterly background. So I think having that background in and of itself, I think definitely helps people when they're getting into color realism, obviously, because you have a little more experience maybe painting those sort of things.
Yeah.
And I think once you just get comfortable with your colors and what have you, I think you'll probably have a much smoother transition than somebody like myself who doesn't paint and is, trying to learn these like color sort of things in the process. Right. So yeah. I think you got a chance. All right. We're going to jump and do one more. Blanc de Francisco. And maybe answer a question or so more, and then we're going to have to jump off, guys. We are past our 2-hour mark. Oh, Lord, there's a lot of tattoos here. So we'll try to move quick. Hi, Dave. My name is Blanca. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I started to learn how to tattoo during quarantine in 2020, and I've been professionally tattooing since October 2021. Congratulations. That's awesome. Your videos have truly helped me understand the art of tattooing. I've been striving to be the best version of myself I can be. I currently own and operate my own private studio, and I'm finally living my dream of creating art every day. Thank you. There are the first 2 tattoos I have done in 2021. My ankle and my fiance's thigh. Sorry if the pictures are not the best. Okay, well, congratulations to you. Let's take a look in the journey along the way. This was, I think, was one of your first ones. And the lines aren't bad for one of your first ones. My first one was, you don't want to see them. You want to see the first mini, okay? So, looking good. All right. This looks like another one of your first ones you were saying. Right off the bat, you got some really nice, small, soft black to skin shading here, huh? Yeah. I say we get up into your current stuff. This is not too bad for getting into it. Let's see. All right. Yeah. I like it. The lines are clean. The stim line, plenty of dark. I think it looks fantastic to me. Yeah.
Just enough balance.
Just enough, right? And the nice line around the outside. Keep everything together. Right? Yeah. Nice job. Ooh, same here. I like this heavy black down here. It gets a little hard to read right here, but that's just me. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff, right? Yeah. All right. We got a bug, beetle.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Nice piece. That's a nice piece.
It is. Nice piece. Ooh, this is cool. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're looking in there. A lot of different textures in here. Nothing bad to say there either. Little stone work. Looks nice. Yeah, thanks for sending these so we can take a look at them. Looks pretty stinking nice, huh? Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, we burned through those kind of quickly. Not bad at all. All right. Any last questions, guys, before we sum this up? Reminder, give the channel a like. Give the video a like, I mean. Yeah, we made it to 100. That's what matters, right? That's our little goals for each one. Get to 100, made it to 110. Cool there. And I just want to thank everybody in the chat. Kyle, thanks for being active in the chat. Appreciate you. Robert, everybody, Smoke, all you guys. Oh, good Lord. Thank you. Let me drop this down. Now we're really close. Now it's like, oh, geez. But again, I just want to say thanks for being here, guys. Always thanks to Andy again on Tuesday. We got a little video coming out on Tuesday. It should help you guys out. If I get the opportunity to go live this week, I will. So just have your notifications turned on. We'll try to do another critique maybe later in the week where maybe you guys can jump in. But yeah, Andy, where can they find you so people can follow you?
Well, they can find me Facebook. It's quite simple, which is LS Ink Tattoos. And my Instagram is LSInc 2019. What I would say, though, if anybody's trying to message me, which I've had a few via last week, to do with any critique, so use my Instagram. It's one that comes through to me a lot quicker. But yeah, but there's the two places you can find me, Dave. Well, you know that yourself, mate. I'm not hiding nowhere. I'm prevalent on both.
Right. And a reminder to everybody, we're not perfect. We just enjoy tattooing and enjoy sharing what little information we have and want to see other people succeed and enjoy this process just the same. So again, guys, give the stream a like, subscribe if you're not already, turn notifications on so that you can be here when we go live so that you can get your work in, and first come, first serve is the way it goes. So again, thank you. If you want to follow me. These places right here have been up there the whole time. Yeah. Thanks again, Andy. And until next time, guys.
Anytime.
For sure. Peace out, everybody.